Hello friends, welcome to Department of Plant Pathology, KDSP Agriculture College Nasik. In earlier lecture, we have seen black stem rust of wheat caused due to Puccinia graminis Pharma Specialist TTC. We studied in detail its life cycle, its symptomatology, its Puccinia path, and the scientists which were work on wheat rust. That is Nagarajan and Singh, then K.C. Mehta. These are some renowned scientists. They work on wheat rust and they shown Puccinia bath. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to study leaf or brown rust of wheat and yellow rust of wheat. In that, leaf or brown rust of wheat is caused due to Puccinia triticina. Earlier, it is named as Puccinia recondita Pharma Specialist TTC, but now the recent name is Puccinia triticina. Wheat, barley and common barberry are the main host which were required to complete brown rust of wheat life cycle. Similarly, barberry, mohoberries and mohonia, these are some alternate hosts that also require to complete its life cycle. Here you can see the symptoms of this brown rust or leaf rust, that is scattered oval to circular small brown rust pustules were developed on leaves. These are rusty red in color. They contain powdery mass of orange to red orange spores develop on upper surface of leaves, leaf sheaths, glumes and awns. So major part of the plant, that is leaves, were infected due to this leaf rust. That's why it is called as leaf rust or brown rust. Later on, at the time of maturity, the black colored pustules were formed as the plant approaches maturity. That means the telial stage arises and the blackish color portion you can see in the third image. There is a blackish color pustules. In that, teleospores were developed, and microscopically these teleospores are two-celled and thick-walled. These are some characters of this leaf rust. Now, what are the predisposing factors for development of this brown rust? In that, warm humid weather conditions with intermittent rainfalls are the most predisposing factor. Predisposing factor means the factors which makes plants vulnerable to attack of the diseases. Such factors called as predisposing factor. In that, humid condition, weather condition, rainfall, temperature, these are some factors are involved. Similarly, hot days, that is 25 to 30 degrees Celsius, and mild nights, that is 15 to 20 degrees Celsius, were favorable to development of this disease. And comparatively leaf wetness from rain or dew is also responsible for development of this disease. Now, in case of life cycle, the life cycle of Puccinia triticina and the life cycle of Puccinia graminis Pharma Specialist TTC were common. Only there is a difference that in case of black stem rust, there is the alternate host, that is barberry, and in this leaf rust there is alternate host, that is thalictrum. That means pycnidium and Asium were developed on alternate host, that is thalictrum. Then it produces acial stage, it produces Asium, release asiospores which are infect on leaves of wheat, produces uridial stage and produces uridaniospores. After maturity of this uridaniospore, it converted into telial stage and it produces teleospores. These teleospores may survive in the soil or overwinter into the soil, or they can cause infection to the thalictrum crop and produces basidospore. Similarly, these basidospores will also survive in soil or they can cause infection to thalictrum. Again, there is a development of pycnidium on upper surface of leaves in the Thalictrum crop, and at the lower surface, the acyl primordia develop and aciospores were produced on lower side of leaves. This aciospore again cause infection to the wheat crop. In that way, this life cycle continues. The next most important rust, that is yellow or strip rust. Its causal organism is Puccinia striformis, forma specialis TTC. The first sign of strip rust is the appearance of yellow streaks, that is pre-pustules were developed on leaves. You can see in image there is a yellowish color streaks were developed in chain, followed by small bright yellow elongated uridial pustules arranged in conspicuous rows on the leaves, leaf sheaths, glooms and awns. So these are some particular symptoms to identify the yellow rust of wheat caused due to Puccinia striformis. You can see these are black pustules were developed on leaf. These black pustules were containing large number of teleospores. This strip rust is a major problem only in cooler parts of the country, especially north and northwestern region. Its infection in south, central and eastern part remains isolated and seldom becomes a serious threat to wheat crop. In North India, the inoculum moves from northern hills and get established in the plains of Punjab, Haryana and western parts of Uttar Pradesh. In the foothills and northern Indian plains, strip rust spread much faster by iridospores than leaf rust due to favorable cool temperature, but the spread after February is checked due to rise in temperature, and this time the telial stage is developed, which does not play any role in the spread of this disease. This is all about wheat rust. In that way, all these three rusts were having economic importance, and these are very serious diseases of wheat crop. So we have to control these diseases by using proper precautionary and cultural and chemical control measures. So for management of this rust, we have to follow all integrated control disease management practices. In that, the first is prevention and early warning and rapid response. In that, we should have to use resistant cultivars, and early interventions are the key principles of controlling wheat rust diseases like Kallai Sola, Sonalika, Chote Larma, Larma Rojo, Safed Larma. These are some cultivars that we have to grow. This shows some resistance against this wheat rust. Similarly, UG99 is a virulent strain of stem rust which emerged in Uganda in 1998 and 1999. Most of the wheat varieties are susceptible to this strain, so much more research work should have to carry out on this type of strains to control this wheat rust. Similarly, FAO in collaboration with CIMMYT provide policy and technical support to the concerned countries to combat these threats in the context of Borlaug Global Rust Initiative. So they are developing some strategies to control such outbreaks of these diseases like UG99 strain. So government is working on such research projects. In case of cultural practices, there is a need of growing early maturing resistant varieties of wheat so that we can avoid the primary infection of this wheat rust. Similarly, nitrogen application is very important factor for susceptibility of this disease. So appropriate spacing and fertilization, that is nitrogen application, are done with proper care. In case of chemical control, prophylactic sprays with Zineb 0.25% or Mancozeb at 0.25% or Plantavax at 0.1% at 15 days of interval is needful twice or thrice for controlling the initial inoculum. Similarly, fungicides that inhibit the synthesis of sterols, that is sterol biosynthesis inhibitors, like TILT. Content is propiconazole 25 EC at a rate of 0.1% at 15 days of interval will somewhat helpful for controlling the latter stages of this wheat rust. Similarly, you must have to follow the basic principle of management of this disease is seed treatment. If we do the seed treatment with Plantavax at the rate of 0.1% followed by 2 sprays with the same chemical, it will completely eradicate or it will completely control this wheat rust disease. In that way, we can apply all integrated disease management practices for controlling this wheat rust. That's all for wheat rust. In next lecture, we will see the another diseases of wheat rust, that is loose smut, kernel burn, etc. etc. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel Indian Phytopathology and press the bell icon for getting recent updates of my channel.